down into turn number 1. Elliott's got the low line. They're going to go 3 wide.
Yeah, that's a great move. You can see Jason Leffler really get loose there. Down in 1-2. Elliott's able to make that pass 2 at a time. Easy! No!
Oh, no!
What are you doing?
Leffler gets into him.
Oh, that's terrible.
And Almirola gets contact as well, and the caution is out. Clements gets involved.
So, Morgan Shepherd.
And the championship for Elliott Sadler might just be in a heap right now, as there is a red caution flag, and we may get a red flag here, we're being told.
That just started with Jason Leffler just dumping Elliott Sadler getting into 3. Man, that's just too bad for a lot of people.
It was a battle for 10th on the track. And remember, 48.
That's a whole fuel cell out of that car.
48 is the magic number for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And you can see Elliott from our camera inside.
Yeah, he didn't deserve that.
No, that's Jason. I don't know why that may have started. He was the one that got loose down in 1, opened up the inside for Elliott. Elliott made the pass, and then he just ran into the back of him.
I'm actually surprised at how calm he is right now.
Yeah, he's probably not as calm as you think.
Yeah, I was expecting smoke coming out of his ears. There's Leffler. He's out of the car. Official still talking to Morgan Shepherd. We'll have to wait and sort out exactly. There's Eric Almirola.
Yeah, Morgan Shepherd's the other one that took a pretty hard lick there at the end of that. So the right front corner of his car destroyed.
And so far, as you see Leffler walk back, Morgan has not climbed out of the car. What a shame, too, for Morgan. He was running in the 18th position.
He done a great job all day.
Got the lucky dog twice, but still was doing an excellent job. And everybody who follows this series knows just how limited the budget really is for that 89 team. And for Almirola, goodness, what do you say? I mean, after leading the first 66 laps, the one lug nut puts him back into the field deep, and here's what the end up product is.
Yeah, that's the kind of things that happen when you get back. And usually one mistake compounds the rest of the day, and you get yourself in more problems.
There's Morgan.
There's a good sight. Morgan Shepherd at age 70. Getting yourself bounced around in these race cars at any age, let alone age 70, is not fun. So it's good to see Morgan being able to walk to the ambulance for the mandatory trip to the infield care center under his own power. All right, let's go back and see if we can sort all this out again.
You see the pass here, and Elliott makes the pass really clean. Slides back up. I'm sure Jason Leffler's going to say, well, he lifted too soon, but it's your job there to judge off of that car in front of you.
Hornaday got past. There is Clements as he gets swept up in it. The 89 of Shepherd. Another view.
You can see Jason Leffler got a little bit loose there. That was in turns middle of 1 and 2.
And he gives him plenty of room. He takes the apron, and so it doesn't put these other 2 cars in jeopardy. And then Leffler just dumped him.
There's 89 coming in. Wow.
Yeah, by Morgan Shepherd.
Up until this moment, Elliott Sadler was the only driver running at the finish in all 32 races of 2011. Unfortunately for Elliott and his fans, that string's over.
That tells it all right there.
Of course, while all this was going on out on the track, the team is watching intently. And here is their reaction. That's Ernie Cope. And then watch the 89. Oh, just caught the corner of Leffler.
Yes, that's what knocked the fuel cell out of that 38 car. That lick from Morgan Shepherd. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hard lick.
And here was Elliott's somewhat subdued gesture, as he obviously not happy with Jason Leffler. But as I said, I was expecting to see smoke coming out of those ears, because I think he knows exactly what it means right now with the championship, as we are under a red flag here with 25 to go. All right, let's go on board with Elliott Sadler through this entire sequence. And the picture's going to drop out for a moment, but it will come back. Here we go.
So the big run, he got off turn 2. They get into the dog leg, takes the big, just way below the line, makes the clean pass.
There's the nudge. Now, don't think it's wrong with your television. There we are, we're back.
Yeah, this is still happening.
Ouch.
And you know, as they went through the dog leg and Elliott went all the way down to the apron, he was actually doing the other two drivers a favor by not pinching them and putting them in a bad position as they went through there. You can see the 38 and the 88 both would have been compromised if Elliott stays up on the track right there. But he makes the pass cleanly, and then Jason Leffler just doesn't get out of the throttle and onto the brake and runs squarely into the back of Elliott Sadler.
All right, let's check in on some of these guys that were involved in this mess. Doc?
Eric Almirola out. Sort of good to see you're okay, Eric. Let's talk about what happened in this incident here.
Man, I got in the wall off of 4 there trying to pass Allgaier. I just barely got out in the fuzz, and my car just took off, and I bent the splitter brace down, and it's just a shame. We had an awesome Swabman Chevy today. It was really fast, and the track started tightening up, and we didn't keep up with it quite fast enough, and so when we come down to make an adjustment to free our car up, we had a lug nut fall off on the right rear, and we had to come back down pit road. So we went from running in top 5 all day to restarting in 22nd or whatever. So track position with the 1-lane racetrack is really, really tough. And we fought hard to get back to 10th in a hurry, and I thought we were going to be okay. And just one mistake, just barely getting in the gray over off of 4 and bent the splitter brace down. And then it looked like Leffler just running the back of the 2. I'm not sure why he would have done that, but he flat out crashed the 2, and I didn't have anywhere to go. We all ended up crashing, but it's a shame. Everybody at Junior Motorsports works really hard, and we had a pretty good car. I was pretty proud of the car we had today, and I hate that it ended like that.
Potential race-winning car now crashed, and he's back in the garage area, guys.
All right, tough break for Eric Almirola. And there you see Jason Leffler as we're approaching the top of the hour, as we are under a red flag condition here. Okay, let's update the championship scenario. Let's talk to a very disappointed Elliott Sadler. Doc?
Elliott Sadler coming out of the Care Center. Elliott, looked like you had made a move and had 2 cars passed. And what happened?
I'm sure the video shows that the 38 just run right in the back of us. So not much respect for guys running for the championship. And there's nothing I could do. He just hit us square in the rear, and I just lost it. I don't understand. He's not running for anything. I cleared him. I even gave him extra room to not try to crowd him. And it's very frustrating, man. My guys worked their butt off to get us in a good situation to run for the championship this year. We made a good pit stop there at the end, working our way back up. But very frustrating not being able to go to Homestead, having a chance to win the thing. So I let my guys down, especially today. I let my sponsors down, not having a chance. And but I definitely want to thank them for their support.
Have you spoken at all to Jason Leffler? And if not, what will you say to him?
Wow, what do you want to say to him? That's it's no need to fuss about it. He just one of those things. He just run right in the back of us. You know, some things you can talk to people about him. He's got into us a couple races this year, road course, stuff like that, and we just kind of let it go and tried to move on. But we couldn't come back from what happened today. But you know, what do you say? It's not going to fix the issue that we're out of the race and have lost our chance to win a championship.
Elliott, what about the line? You really were diving down off the racetrack on the bottom and try to make the pass. Why that line?
Everybody's doing it. Look at the race. Everybody's doing it to make passes, and it's actually giving the other guys more room. And you know, I think you're going to see it all day tomorrow too. So I thought I was doing the right thing to get away from them. They both got loose in the middle of 1 and 2. I pull up under them, get away from them to not crowd them all up because the track's narrow. Pull up, clear them, and then had the line going into turn 3, and he's just running the back of me. So very frustrating. Very frustrating. Seems like you work all season long to put yourself in a situation, and just it all goes away at a split second.
Okay, thank you, Elliott, for coming out. Very, very upset, Elliott Sadler, and rightfully so, Marty.
Well, Doc, it's not officially over yet. Yes, it's a deep hole. There is only one way that Stenhouse can clinch today. He must win. He has to lead the most laps, which he has done so far. And Elliott must be 27th or worse. Now, Elliott could end up 28th if Duke stays out on the track and finishes the remaining laps. But that's the only way. And right now, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is running in the 6th position. So it's still going to be a long road to go, but he'll mathematically pretty much have a chance unless that scenario takes place. All right, we are back under caution as it is now our 7th caution. And let's check in with Jamie Little. She's caught up with Jason Leffler.
Well, during that interview with Elliott Sadler, Jason Leffler was standing 4 feet away, and Jason, you severely impacted his chances at his first NASCAR championship. What exactly were you thinking there?
Well, I was racing, and he stopped sooner than I expected, but ultimately it's my responsibility. And he slid across the racetrack. I think he got in early not to overshoot the corner. I was racing Eric, but I take full responsibility. You know, I mean, I run right in the back of him. But it was the last thing. It wasn't on purpose. It was a mistake on my part. So feel bad for him and his guys. Feel bad for everybody on the Great Clips team. We had a pretty good car going today, and just one of those deals. You know, it just happened instantly, and it's tough back there because when the guy slides across the racetrack, he clears you, but he kills all his momentum. And you know, he's a good driver, smart driver, so obviously he lifted early to keep from blowing the corner. I was racing Eric and just made a mistake. I mean, it's all my fault, you know. I mean, I can't, but that's what happened. It certainly wasn't. That's the last thing I wanted to do to Elliott and his guys, and affect the championship like that, you know.
You were racing through the dogleg. Elliott Sadler was cutting that corner there, and you said he slid up into you. What are your thoughts on that line?
No, I didn't say he slid up into me. He slid up in front of me, and he did everything. He actually was trying to give us more room, I think. And but when you do that, you kill your momentum. But it was certainly, listen, I'm not putting any blame on him. I'm just telling you what happened. So I think he backed off earlier than I expected, obviously. But it certainly wasn't on purpose. I feel bad for his sponsors, everybody there at his team. Feel bad for mine, but that's racing.
Showing some remorse, Jason Leffler taking full blame for the incident that has taken Elliott Sadler out of the championship as of now.
And Jamie, as Elliott pointed out, he has been running that line before, as has many other drivers. And as Elliott pointed out also at the beginning of this year, this was a rebirth for him, an opportunity with great equipment, with KHI, soon to be Richard Childress Racing Machines. And it's not going to come to fruition.
No, it's not. But, you know, Elliott's had a good year. He'll go back at it again next year. And, you know, everything's said there. I mean, it was right. There was nothing wrong with the move that Elliott made. Jason Leffler admitted he made a mistake. And any of us that have ever driven a race car, we've all made mistakes. And this was just a very unfortunate one for somebody that was battling for the championship.
I think both drivers handled it very well. I have to commend Elliott Sadler keeping his poise there for that interview, and then you got Leffler manning up and saying, hey, it was my fault.
Absolutely, yeah.
Rusty, I know you want to get in on this.
Look, I tell you what, I feel sorry for all these guys, I really do, but we sit in the pit studio and we almost saw this coming a couple times with other cars, guys. When they get down this low across the apron, which is something they can do, the cars are handling good down there, but when they come up, they're at a straighter line going at the corner, and they have to get out of the gas earlier when that happens. And when they get out of the gas early, you're just not going as fast as the guys behind you. You know, Jason could have got it out of throttle earlier, but I didn't think he anticipated, like he said, that Elliott would get out of the gas early. But Elliott had to get out of the gas earlier because of the line he was having going at turn 3, guys.
All right, thank you, Rusty. As there you see the exact dog leg. And I'm not sure that's exactly what the designers had in mind, but it's made for some interesting racing today, that's for sure, and it's going to make for some interesting racing tomorrow.
I can assure you that's way away from where they had that design. They were planning on the cars being up against the wall coming out of there.